What is up, my beautiful Sagittarius fam? It's your girl Gemma Jade, and I am going to be reading your oracle cards for the month of September 2021 through the end of August too. I have been filming for the past few days and I'm just kind of getting the hang of it. What I did learn is that I need to use the same set of cards for every single reading or else it gets crazy. What I'm using for the rest of the readings is the Oracle of the Shapeshifters, and I feel really confident and comfortable with this deck. It was my first deck that I bought. So, all right, if you are a Sun Sagittarius and watching this, you should also know that it would be really informative if you would also check your moon and rising signs, just like you would do with tarot. So, for example, I am a Pisces Sun, but I'm a Libra moon and an Aries rising. So when I watch my tarot or my oracle cards, which I do a lot of the time, I watch Pisces, Libra, and Aries, and it gives me a more complete picture. If you don't know your astrology, just Google something like free natal chart or free natal report, and it'll come up for you. I'm telling you, it'll resonate much more. Speaking of resonating, please take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with all of you, and all of it is not going to resonate with every single individual. But the people that need to get the message, I'm confident will. This is my first round of monthly oracle readings. I've been doing really well personally and on my Wednesday night live stream. My email will be in the description box if anybody decides they want a personal reading. And with all that being said, let's set our intention, Sagittarius, and let's call on our ancestors, spirit guides, spirits, animals. We are using the Oracle of the Shapeshifters after all. And take everything how it resonates as well. Know that Oracle, just like tarot, is meant to impel, not compel. So you need to actually get up and do the work. Don't be making life decisions based on oracle or even tarot reading. And tarot is coming soon. I am just practicing more to be able to complete the master class. All right, what do we have for my beautiful fiery Saggies, please? What does the universe and the cosmos want them to know? Leaving August and going into September of 2021. Artemis of the Forest, now you are independent and free. Card number 21, the Frog Princess, heed wise counsel and listen. And card number 6, the Fairy Bee, my life is sweet. Let's see what it means, Sagittarius. Card number 32, Artemis of the Forest, now you are independent and free. Artemis is the beautiful Greek virgin goddess of the wild ways. She is a goddess of the sickle moon, the shape of the bow she carries with her, her every arrow straight and true. Nothing is wasted and all is preserved, cared for, or put to rest. Artemis is a goddess of self-sufficiency. She is utterly self-reliant, and her strong, true huntress self can help you survive the time you find yourself in. Her symbols are the crescent moon, the bow and arrow, her hounds that hunt with her under the moonlight, and her deer, which she is both the hunter and the guardian of. The deer holds the paradox within. It is gentle, yet so powerful, and one that so many depend on for survival. I do have a card holder coming soon, so. Hunting is a sacred thing. How we obtain our food and how we discover the strength within ourselves is very much an act of Artemis. She will insist that you go deep into the wilds, that you leave your comforts behind, and that you learn how strong you can be. She will confront you with the prospect of living close to the wild ways, and she will demand you be strong. She is a fearless goddess, gentle when necessary, comforting when it is merited, but one who will do what must be done to survive, even if it means hunting. You must do the same for a while. It is time to learn what it takes to survive. She is depicted here with the great Celtic god Cernunnos, the king stag. Artemis is perfect. She is depicted here with the great Celtic god Cernunnos, the king stag, Artemis's perfect counterpart, and she is cared for after this time of fierce independence. This is a time for you to go into some kind of wilderness and wild place, whether this place is within you or out in the world. It is time for you to become self-reliant, quiet, stealthy, and aware. You must take your place as a being who can survive and support yourself. You may see this as a test or hardship, but it's a great moment of coming into your own power. You have your quiver, your arrows and bows, and the companionship of the animals, the hounds, the deer, and the trees. You are able to take what must be taken for survival at this time. When you hunt, do so with honor. Eat what you have grown and create your own meals. This way you will grow in valor and connect more and more to the cycles of this world. The moon will shine on you as you hunt at night. You will tread softly. You will leave no tracks. You are in the sacred wild places, the nematonas, and you are a strong, free, independent one. Remember, too, that when you find this independence, that is when the great god, the king's dad, Cernunnos, will come to you. The positive masculine will be drawn to you, as you have no desire to exploit him or trap him. You will then know a good father, a true man, a wild and intense boyfriend, a caretaker, and a gentleman, and another will care for you for a while. It is time for you to go back to basics for a time, to test yourself against nature's demands, to go without the luxuries and the support you believe you need to survive. You are about to discover you can take care of yourself and yet remain as true as the hound, as gentle and alert as the deer, and as wild and free as Artemis herself. You must take up the silver arrows and silver bow of the huntress, keep them clean and sharp, waste nothing, and watch to know what to do next. Your senses, wiles, and knowledge of the forest will keep you alive at this time. You must address the very fundamental things of your life, look at who or what provides them, and take steps to cultivate those relationships. Water, food, shelter, healing. You will become the huntress for a time, and this is an empowering, liberating thing. Once this is done, you shall be protected and cared for by the perfect protector and provider who is inspired and delighted by your independence and strength. Okay, Sagittarius, getting back to the basics, and I don't assign gender to the card, so if you're male, then take that obviously as it resonates in the opposite way. What I'm getting intuitively from this card is that it's really time for you to kind of slow down. You're doing a lot. What I'm getting, you're doing too much. There's too much on your plate right now. And though this is normally fine for you because Sagittarius, you're always boundless energy and get up and go and, you know, kind of saying yes to everything and wanting to try new things, you're going to wear yourself out, and you're also taking on so much that you're going to miss an opportunity because you're going to be too busy. It's going to fly right by you. There is an important opportunity coming in for you, and obviously if you can do something like go camping or hunting or hiking, be careful in the woods, right? Be prepared. You don't want to end up on one of Steve or my videos, right? But if you can do something like that, I would really suggest doing that. But if you can't, if that's not practical for you, Sagittarius, then at the very least, you know, spend some time. And I had to tell another earth sign this. I had to tell an earth sign this the other day, to go outside under the moonlight and stick your bare feet in the cold ground, in the dirt, in the grass, and just ground yourself. You're taking on way too much. You're losing your independence by taking on all this, right? Because if you're taking on so much that every single second of your day is filled up, you won't have time to say yes to a new opportunity. You won't have time to say yes to anything presented to you that you actually want to do if your entire day, every single day, is filled to the brim with things, even if they're things you enjoy. You need to sit back and relax. In your relationship right now, I think that if you're single, now is not the time to pursue a relationship. You need to get back to basics with yourself. You need to find yourself, kind of do a little bit of energy work, do some work on yourself so that the perfect companion can come in for you. And I do see them coming in very shortly, just not this month. If you do meet someone towards the end of September, I would pay close attention to what this person really says to you. I would pay really close attention to their words. I'm getting that intuitively. Maybe we can clarify with the other two cards. But right now is not the time to actively pursue anyone but yourself. And if you're one of those people, like I said, that's juggling 1,500 things, even if you can find one thing you can cut out, you need to have some room to breathe and move so that when the universe presents you with new opportunities for your higher and greatest good, for your soul growth, because that's what we're all here for, you'll be able to choose to say yes instead of seeing that your calendar is completely full for the next 6 months and you can't squeeze this in, because there is a really big opportunity coming in for you in the next few months. And you're going to completely miss it if you don't slow down and start looking within. Card number 21, the Frog Princess. And if there's a glare, I apologize. Heed wise counsel and listen. We often believe we know much more than we truly do. There is always a time when the right thing to acknowledge is, I don't know. There is no shame in that or in having a strong, resilient, and rather undercover advisor who hides her credentials. Your advisor will not necessarily wear a suit or have the robes of a guru, but he will be able to clarify things for you right away. At this time, release your attachment to your own intuition. No matter how exalted and wise you are said to be, you must listen to advice from a wise and somewhat unexpected source. No matter how well informed or educated I am, I know it always serves me to heed wise counsel. Therefore, I have sent you my own wise advisor, the handsome green frog. People may wonder why you have such a different energy around you when the wise counselor frog visits. This is because you are receiving profound guidance and no longer accept at face value what others tell you is best to do. With his presence, you will be able to see the possible ramifications of these suggestions and advice being given to you by most people who are keeping their true motivation secret. Most people have an agenda, and many times they are not open about what they desire. Instead, they will tell you what they want you to do is good for you. It is good for them too, and the counselor frog will, like Merlin to Arthur, tell you what is really going on and offer you truly healthy advice that has your best interest at heart. Look out for the color green and notice if it rains. They are his signs he is with you. It is not the time to do what your heart, mind, or any other part of yourself tells you to do. It is time to listen to what an established authority has to tell you. No matter how much people try to persuade you that you know best, and no matter how much you believe it, the frog appearing to you here tells you that there is wise counsel around, and it is worth staying quiet, listening to what is suggested by others, and then talking it through with a trusted advisor. It is not the time to think it over yourself because you are missing very important points and there is something you are not seeing clearly. The more you listen, the more productive, healthy, and true your actions will be. It does not matter what you think you know. There is more to learn. Listen to wise counsel, no matter how important you are. This is always good advice, right? This is even telling us don't listen to our intuition. So when I said kind of look within yourself, learn about yourself, you can seek outside sources for that. You just have to make the time to be able to. And I think the Frog Princess sending you the frog, listening or looking for when it rains, right? I just said that. Go out in nature. You need to connect with nature somehow. Maybe put your bare feet in the ground while it's raining under the moonlight. You need something to reconnect you. You are definitely, like the card said, not seeing something clearly. There is at least one secret being kept from you. So the decisions you're making right now, and this doesn't have to be in a romantic relationship. It could be a business relationship, a familial relationship, a friendship. You're just not seeing something. There is a person, or actually I'm getting intuitively multiple people who are purposefully hiding something from you to kind of get you to move in a way, like they're maneuvering you, like you're their puppet on a string. This is weird. That's what I keep getting. I'm seeing the little marionette. So definitely stop, take time out, take time for yourself to do something for yourself. If you're trying to, get a new job, then you're going to want to talk to somebody who's in that business. If you're having trouble emotionally, you're going to want to seek the help of a therapist, not self-medicate, things like that. Sagittarius, I think that the opportunity that's going to be coming in for you in the next few months is going to be really great. But I feel like if you don't slow down and if you don't stop being so stubborn in your ways, right? And I'm not calling you out. I'm a Pisces. I'm one of the most stubborn signs, if not the most. So not calling you out. But if you don't stop being so set in your ways, you need to understand that sometimes others really are there to help you. I would watch the people around you right now, the people closest to you. There are quite a few of them who are working together to manipulate you into doing something. I don't know what, but there's someone who's going to be stepping in or who has stepped in. Perhaps a parent figure or an actual parent, an older sibling, someone that's been through what you're either going through or what you're about to go through. And maybe that's why you're filling up all of your time, because you don't want to think about this situation. That's not going to help. You need to go within and heal, and take the advice of someone who's been there, but who also has your best intentions. Don't go on your intuition right now. Whatever this situation was that made you kind of fill up all your time and go into the woods of life, you know, not literally, has messed up your intuition. Your heart and mind are all jumbled. So whatever it was, it's either happening now or has happened, and you're still going through it. You really need some professional advice or advice from someone you trust implicitly to help you get through this. So when the universe brings this huge opportunity to you to not just move on, but do something different, you see it, you recognize it, and you trust it. Card number 6, the fairy bee. A bee appearing in this beautiful natural world is a wonderful sign that true health is being restored to you. Bees speak of timeless wisdom, as in the ancient proverb, ask the wild bee what the druids know, and are adept at creating shapes, patterns, and of course honey, which provides food, sweetness, a natural antiseptic, and aeronizing healthful wax, and can be made into mead. It is also said that after completing the ritual of the labyrinth in ancient Crete, the priestesses of Ariadne offered the initiates honeycomb to celebrate and acknowledge that all their needs would be met from that time forth. A bee can symbolize abundance, but most important, it symbolizes that all you need is being provided, and love is sure to come. You ask me where the honey is, where the sweetness of life, the ease of life is. You wonder where the casual health and robust days have gone, and where the bright flowers and the sunshine have vanished to. No one took these things from you. You denied yourself your own needs and pleasures, Sagittarius. I am here at all times, yet you have turned away from the natural world. For you to bring back its sweetness, you must spend time with the flowers, ones that blossom generously, flowers of the plant kingdom and flowers of the humankind. You have spent too much time among the bare-branched ones who have told you that you will never acquire the luxury of feeling safe and comforted. But I am here to share that living life sweetly is as simple for you now as being outside in the sunshine for a few moments each day. Then the flowers will bloom and the bees will come back. Your joy and delight will return. So, things have been tough for a while now. There seems to be a place where flow happens, but you just can't find your way into the stream. The fairy bee is here to show you where the honey is and how to attract the pollinators, the sacred messengers who can create the connections you need. Have no doubt your life can be as sweet and sound as honey, a healthy, strong, and productive as a bee, and as busy doing something you love as theirs. And at the end of the time of busyness that's heading your way, the inertia and feeling of being left out of one's life secrets will have lifted. You will experience abundance and golden times when this card shows up. You may also wish to explore essential oils and flower remedies. Let the bees show you the ancient wisdom, and if you listen, they will show you where the honey is. Have a 10-minute sun bath each day. Smell the flowers, taste the honey, let the golden age begin. Okay, so I said be out in the moon. The card's saying be out in the moon, under the moonlight, hunting for self. And this card says be out in the sun. So you need to definitely spend some time in nature, Sagittarius. And while you're out there in the sun, if you see the honeybees, the fairy bee, know that your guardians are with you and you are at the exact spot you are meant to be in the universe. So this card is saying too that there's going to be plenty of time for your life to be filled up again. You need to go inside of yourself. You need to dig deep. And again, look for the honeybee. You'll know you're on the right path. Look for deer at night specifically. You'll know you're on the right path. And of course, the frog. So as silly as it sounds, these are going to be your connections, knowing that your spirit animal guides are with you, the shape-shifting guides, right? You have plenty of time in life. This new opportunity that's going to be coming in is going to fill you with happiness and peace. Whatever this situation is that put you into yourself and made you, do all this busy work, it is going to pass, but not without help. You can't do everything yourself. I know, Sagittarius, if I were to drag you, I'd say you're cocky, narcissistic, egotistical. My dad's a Sagittarius. I have a ton of Sagittarius in my chart. I have like 5 planets in Sagittarius. It's crazy. Like I have a ton of Sagittarius in my chart. So I understand. But sometimes we do need help. Sometimes we don't know everything. Even researching by yourself right now, you at least need someone to lead you on the right path. So my advice to you, the card's advice to you actually is to get out of your own head, Stop busying yourself to try and not deal with the situation. Whatever you're doing, you could be using, you know, drugs or alcohol instead of, you know, keeping yourself busy like at the gym or with work. Whatever it is, you need to stop and you need to seek some kind of professional help, or if it's not an actual professional like a psychiatrist or a doctor or whatever, because I don't know your exact situation. It could be you lost your job because of COVID. It could be your spouse left you got a divorce. It could be, you know, a family member passing. Whatever it was that put you in this mode, it's like, it's okay to be that way sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with being busy. But you are going to miss an incredible opportunity and time of abundance in your life that's coming in really soon if you don't get help from someone else, if you don't admit that you don't know everything. And maybe seek and give forgiveness. I just got that intuitively. Forgiveness. You need to not only give forgiveness, you need to seek forgiveness from somebody for something. What I like to do at the end of the readings is take these little Oracle of the Mermaid cards and throw one. Usually it actually ties the entire reading together, even though I think this one we did quite nicely there, right? So let's see. We've got a card popping out at me here. Experiments, manipulation of nature, forcing change, cruelty in the pursuit of knowledge, and arrogance. That's kind of you right now, Sagittarius. It could be your person or whoever whatever your situation is, whatever you're thinking about. But this could also be you, that, you know, knowledge at all costs, thinking you know everything, you don't need any help. Maybe that's what got you into this situation in the first place. I would be very careful with my intuition. And also, I just got on this card like a lot. Anything that seems too good to be true in the next month and a half, stay very, very far away from it. That's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I really hope this helps. And if you want a personal reading with me, please check out the description box for my email. Have your best day. Have your best night. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.